Hey guys, welcome back to this segment. I hope you're having a great time. So some interesting updates for our team at this moment. And let me start with one man that the NFF actually snubbed a few months ago when, we had a lot of candidates applying for the Nigerian Spy Eagles head coach job. And this man was snubbed. He is a Nigerian US based coach who currently coaches the US under-19 men's team. And during that period, it was Finidi that was selected ahead of all the other candidates. But this man is doing such a great thing right now with the US under-19 national team. Ever since he put that disappointing approach from the NFF to him, allegedly then they were telling him to be the assistant coach of Coach Finidi. And the salary that they were telling him was that they were going to be compensating him per match basis, which obviously angered the man, and he decided to walk away because that wasn't the kind of job that he wanted to do. He said, or his representative actually said that time, that he wasn't in need of a job immediately. He was not, seeking for a job. It wasn't a do or die affair. He already had a job then with the US team. So he walked away and concentrated on this US team. And right now he's getting results, which gets me thinking that maybe we obviously had made a mistake not to bring this man on board to coach the national team. Especially when you look at his statement, what he actually said with his mouth during that period, it kind of gets you, kind of gets into you, and you realize that this man is obviously someone that wanted to use his mind, his heart to work. But with the US national team, this man has qualified for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in 2025. He has reached the CONCACAF Under-20 finals recently. And of course, the meaning of CONCACAF is the Confederation of North Central America and Caribbean Association Football. So this man is obviously impressing a lot. And back then, he was obviously begging NFF, not like begging, he was trying to explain his case, to give the federation the reason for them to actually bring him on board. And here's just a recap of the statement that he made during this time. Mikel Nsien said, "I am the best of both worlds. As a Nigerian American, I have a passion for the Super Eagles and understand the responsibilities of the head coach role. I have experience in an environment rich in technology, scouting infrastructure, and coaching collaboration. I know the current state of Nigerian football and the gap that needs to be bridged. I can help us reach the level we should be at in world football. It's time to change course and move forward. I want to put smiles on on the faces of our people." This is what this man said during that time, before he was snubbed and Finidi was appointed. But after that event, the man completely knew the NFF were just joking with him after they offered him a compensation salary, not very professional. He walked away and, focused on the US men's under-19 team. And this is the result he's getting. He wanted to bring that experience, that passion, and that philosophy into the national team, but he was chased away, and he's doing such a great thing with the US team. And it gets me to wonder, as I said before, maybe we have obviously lost someone who wanted to work with his heart, who wanted to take Nigerian Spy Eagles to that level. And right now we are still scrambling, looking for coaches, or looking for a coach to occupy that position. It's crazy to think about it, but I just wanted to mention this here, that this man was very close to joining Nigerian Spy Eagles. He wanted the job, but he did not get it. Right now, NFF are still struggling to get a coach that's going to replace Coach Finidi. But let me know what you think about that. Moving on, let me let you know the other update for this video. And Mikel Obi actually is really considering becoming a coach, or is considering entering a coaching job after speaking with his former gaffer, the Don Carlo Ancelotti. Of course, you remember in several videos ago, I actually covered that Mikel had to travel to USA to visit the Real Madrid campaign, where where they were doing their preseason, and he obviously used the opportunity to meet and speak with Carlo Ancelotti, along with other players as well, like Thibaut Courtois, former teammate. But his purpose for visiting them obviously was to uh, talk to Ancelotti and invite him to come to his podcast, his Obi-Wan podcast, and share experiences. But the meeting obviously went way deeper than Mikel would expect, because as they got into the show, Ancelotti started to tell Mikel Obi how he can become a very good manager because of his ability to analyze the game, as a pundit, and also he has played the game before, and his intelligence and everything he knows surrounding the round leather game. So Ancelotti was actually telling Mikel Obi that he can switch into coaching, being a coach, and then do very well. Ancelotti was very serious that he was reassuring Mikel. In that podcast, Ancelotti said it more than 4 or 5 times, telling Mikel to consider a career in coaching. And obviously, before the end of the show, Mikel started to say that, okay, since his boss has said it, that he's actually considering being a coach for real. So after so many persuasions, Mikel finally said that, yes, boss, I think I will do it. That's what Mikel said. And he actually looked like he meant it. So maybe Mikel might consider going to coaching school, getting his UEFA Pro license for coaches. Who knows? Again, in previous video, we talked about Mikel Obi coming in to criticize NFF and talking about how bad and shambolic it's been. And then he also let out room for the possibility of him coming to become the NFF's president in the future, based on this reaction to one of his fans on Instagram. But we'll see what the future holds for John Mikel Obi. He seems to be having a lot of interest regarding Nigerian football as a whole, the football community, and his podcast as well, which he used as a platform to talk about these things. But moving on to the next gist, let me let you know that Ighalo has now opened up about his how he felt, the first time that he realized that Manchester United were actually trying to sign him. If you know Ighalo, you know that manU is definitely a club after his heart. I think it was his childhood club, childhood dream. Growing up, he always wanted to play for Manchester United, and then all of a sudden, one night like that, when he was in Asia playing his football, I think it was in Saudi Arabia. He said that when his agent told him that Manchester United were interested in signing him on loan, at that period, he was in shock. He was in awe that he couldn't sleep that night. And how it happened was that the next morning, I think around 9 a.m. was the time that the transfer was going to close for that window. And then he had to stay up all night, doing the paperwork, doing everything that it needs to be done for that move to work. Even though his agent actually warned him that, hey, Ighalo, you might have to take a pay cut going to Manchester United on loan. Ighalo said no problem, that it's not a problem, that his agent should make sure that he should, get this deal to work, that's all he cares for right now. It's not about money or anything. He just wants to be a Manchester United player. So this was obviously how Ighalo felt at that period, and it became a reality. Of course, he later played for Manchester United and had some really decent appearances, even though he wasn't used very much. But he scored a few goals, I think up to 4 goals, and won a few trophies with the club. But that's the update, guys. Thanks for catching this one. Don't forget to follow Football Stories on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a like for this video, and also share it with your friends. Thanks for sticking around. Take care of yourselves. God bless you.